Today we're going to talk about bed rails in assisted living. Is it a lifesaver or a safety risk? Here's the truth behind their use. Bed rails are generally allowed in assisted living facilities, but their use is often regulated to ensure the safety and well-being of the residents, of course. They're typically used to assist individuals who have difficulty getting in and out of bed or to prevent falls from the bed. However, because bed rails can present certain risks, including injury or entrapment, their use is closely monitored and governed by safety standards and regulations. Interestingly enough, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, regulates bed rails as medical devices, and their safety and design must meet specific guidelines to reduce risk like entrapment or injury. When a senior moves into a home, they have to have an assessment done to see what they need help with. And this is when they start to evaluate their individual needs and risks. If bed rails are deemed necessary, they are often included in the resident's care plan. The facility may require a doctor or healthcare provider to approve the use of bed rails, and they may consider factors like a resident's mobility, cognitive function, and the risk of falls. If you want to keep learning about assisted living, watch this video next where I break down all of the top myths in assisted living. It's a really good one, and I think you're going to like it. There are really just two types of bed rails. One that's a full-length bed rail, and these are typically used for residents who need more assistance getting in and out of bed, and it's kind of to help prevent them to do anything without that extra support and assistance. And the other type are half-length or quarter-length. These provide some support while really minimizing the risk of entrapment. Honestly, the equipment they come up with these days for seniors is next level. Now, of course, with any bed rail situation, they're going to require regular inspections and maintenance of the bed rails to ensure that they're in good working condition and that they don't pose any safety hazards. And you'll want to make sure that your staff are trained to use bed rails properly and that, they are part of the overall care routine for the residents. If a resident is a high risk for injury or entrapment, alternative solutions may be considered. Keep in mind that families and residents are typically involved in the decision-making process regarding bed rails. It's not something that's going to happen without you being involved. In many cases, the facility will inform the families of the risks and benefits, and they're going to seek consent for their use. A big reminder is that beds in assisted living homes and facilities are usually twin-size beds pushed up against a wall. So there's one side of risk left open. And, while bed rails are allowed in many assisted living facilities, their use is carefully regulated to just minimize those risks and ensure the safety of the residents. The decision to use bed rails is usually made on a case-by-case basis. It's not something that happens with everyone, and it will always have input from healthcare professionals, the families, and the resident based on their individual needs and really just their risks. Regular monitoring and adherence to safety protocols are going to be key in their use and the safety of what they're actually doing. Truly, all a bed rail is and does at the end of the day is provide extra safety and reassurance for your senior loved one in an assisted living home. Make sure you like this video and leave us a comment if it was helpful.